Hi all, this is Simona Rich and this is going to be a personal update video. So I will talk about some unrelated subjects. Firstly, about my personal life, what I was up to today. Today it was -6 Celsius. I don't know how much is in Fahrenheit, but I will look it up. When I was walking, it was definitely cold, but what I do is I walk fast, then I get used to the weather and I get much warmer. So that's what I do. I walk fast and I walk every day because I knew that if I don't do it, then when the climate gets gradually colder, I will probably not go out, because obviously I was living in India for so long that such weather is definitely very cold for me, but I'm getting used to it. And as you may know, if you follow me on my social media, I will have to start driving. But to do that, I will have to register with the medical system. So I will be included more and more into the system. That's what I notice the elite does. They don't force you to be in the system, but it's just much more convenient. So in this regard, I decided to include myself in the system because driving is going to be extremely important for me, especially later, because now I enjoy my time in Vilnius, in the capital, in the old town. I love it here, and I always actually wanted to live in this place when I was living in Lithuania when I was a teenager. But of course, that time I couldn't afford it. This is one of the best places that you can get in Lithuania. But now I'm enjoying myself, and for around a year, now a bit less than that, I have a contract to live here. So if everything goes well, I'm going to stay here for around a year. And after that, but even before that, I will keep going to my land, my own land, to make improvements there, to be able to make it into a livable place and to have much more comforts. So that's my goal, to learn to drive and then start driving to my land to make changes there. And then when the year is up of rent, then I will have to leave this beautiful place and start making my own land livable into a place where I can comfortably live. Even now I can live there, but there are no conveniences, so it's difficult. But this is my plan, because as you can see where the world is going, that's I really bought this land. It was the right choice for me to buy this land. And when I try to be always aligned with the universe or God, or however you want to call it. So I just follow what it tells me to do, what it kind of urges. There's no words, but I just know that I have to do some things. So this is the reason that I bought the property, and now I see that it's going to be quite important to make it into a livable place, because who knows what will happen later. So I'm going to start after a year to really work on that property, and hopefully to invite my readers to stay there also. But about that later. It all depends on how much money I save, so that I'm able to have water source there and buy a house. And I think that I'm going to, either, if my neighbor agrees, because he's with his mother, they used to build houses, so if they agree, I will ask them to build an extension to the hut. But I have two lands that are in the same place, but there are two lands, so legally I can also build a house on another plot, which is going to be very useful. But I think that I'm going to extend the hut if the neighbors give me a reasonable quote, And then on the next plot of land, I'm going to have house on wheels, because they are awesome. They are so good. They are with all the conveniences. Some of them are heated and the prices are affordable. Of course, I will have to save for that, but it's like for a really comfortable house, you can spend 4,000 euros. So I don't know how much is in dollars or pounds, but I can look it up. So this is going to be so good if I can do this, and then I would be pretty much settled, you know, everything would be there. So the land, the house extension or the house on wheels and water source are all I need to be able to live there comfortably. And of course I will need a car to get there, because it's not off grid, but it is kind of distant from everything, but I have neighbors. So this is my plan. And the next thing that I wanted to talk about is the EU document that I read, and I will link it I will link it below the video. And this is the document that it was written, I think 2 months ago or something like this. And basically the people who control the world, or beings, maybe they are not really people, they always tell everything that they are planning to do in the open in their official documents, but people just don't read it, so they don't know. But it's always very good to be prepared so that you understand what can happen about the situation. So I read the 16-page document recently, and I just wanted to get to know what they are going to do, and this will apply to not only to the EU but to USA also, because obviously the whole world follows identical steps. So basically from the document it becomes clear that they probably vaccines won't be forced, but they are going to be made mandatory for people who, for example, travel. So certification will have to be received in order to travel. And that's what conspiracy theorists talked all this time, and people were laughing from them. And now, lo and behold, this is what happened. Now some airlines already discussed the plans for that they are not going to allow people to fly without such certificate. So basically in that document it was told that maybe it won't be forced, but it would be more convenient for people to get it. Otherwise they cannot get this or that, you know. So the main thing was travel, that, and also they may not be able to work in healthcare. They may not be able to work in with old people. So for certain people, it will be required to get vaccines if they want to be employed or to travel. And I'm so happy that I traveled already so many years of my life that I think I am going to be fine here. At least now I feel very good. And also, if I don't travel, I will be able to have on my own land, something that is like a farm, you know, to have dogs, to grow chickens, maybe to grow, to have goats also. They are small and cute, and I love milk. So, and to grow some vegetables also. So, because of my constant traveling, I was unable to establish anything like this, because what will happen when I leave, you know. But if I'm unable to leave, then this is going to be a good option, and I can make that land into a very beautiful place. So this is not a bad option. And for people who, I feel really bad for people who just started traveling and now they can't. Like, I was following one girl on YouTube. She loved India and she just started her travels, and I know how she feels, because when I just came to India and then I was like, oh my god, I want to go back. And people even cry when they have to leave India, when they come to India for the first time and they fall in love with the country. So I totally understand. And she was in India maybe 3 times, and now her travels are stopped and her videos stopped. And I feel so bad for people like this who just started their travels and now they are unable to. And for in certain countries, I don't think now you can, to certain countries, I don't think you could go if you live really far away. But now there is still an option to travel to nearby countries in Europe. US, of course, is cut off from all the other continents, but you can travel within the US, I guess. I don't know. But it's very likely that later they will require a vaccine certification if you would like to leave. So that's, I think, what they will be aiming for. And then just for the sake of convenience, people will just get that vaccine. And then I also got a question from a reader when they saw me wearing a mask on social media post in one picture. And I already addressed this, but I'm just going to quickly address it here also. Yes, I do wear masks because people are not aware. The vast majority of people are so convinced that this virus is deadly. So if you don't wear a mask, you're just going to provoke them. It's not going to be useful for you. It's not going to be done for the purposes of enlightenment of those people. They will see you as an idiot trying to give them disease. That's how they think. They really think this virus is real. So you're actually putting yourself in danger by going against all the beliefs of the people who watch news every single day, who just totally believe everything that the news tells. You will be seen as an enemy. You may actually be attacked. So it's not safe for people who are more in the know about the plan to walk like this. So for the sake of just harmony, I would of course walk like I would walk with a mask. And then if some people want to know my views about the situation, I can share, but most people, they are very defensive about that. But if I see defenses going down, I can explain them my take in a nice way, not forceful way, and then they may think about it. They may start changing their minds, but just going against everything people believe and doing the opposite will just get you in trouble. Just think about that. For example, if you would think that some deadly disease is now out, you really would be convinced of that. And then you see some person who is posing a threat to other people because he is not protecting himself from the disease. You would not listen to his philosophies. You would think he's an idiot. So that's why I wear a mask. And then if you are like others, if you are more like those people, the masses who watch everything on news, you can approach them and you can talk to them and they will listen to you. But if you're too different, they will just not going to listen to you. So this is just a better way to make those people exposed to another way of thinking if they do engage with you. So I understand where the people who refuse to wear masks come from, and I thought I would do that also, but then I thought I'm just going to be viewed as an enemy and nobody will listen to me. So that's why I wear mask, and I wear a mask that I made myself, and I also have a mask that was tailor-made, and they are both from breathable materials, and I almost get no condensation inside. So, and I can easily breathe. So maybe this is an option for you also. Just make it like from lace material, just make it double lace. The one that I wear is double lace and nobody can see it because it's double, and you can easily breathe because there are so many gaps. So maybe that's something that you would consider. And also, about the deplatforming, if you talk anything against, like very openly, very kind of rudely against what the media stands for, you are going to be shut down. You're going to be deplatformed. Many people experience that on YouTube, many conspiracy channels. And the one that I followed, Amazing Polly, Actually, she was deplatformed from YouTube. I think that she is also not on Facebook. She only has Twitter and BitChute. And what else happened to her was that she lost functionality of her PayPal account. So she got a message that she will no longer be able to use it. So she can't receive income. And only people can send her physical money to her address in order for her to get money. So that's what happens. You talk openly against it, and because all these platforms are owned by people following an agenda that is in a contradiction to what you stand for, that's what happens. You get deplatformed, you get denied access to things. So the best thing to do is to just be like those people, but then you're actually not like them. You're just kind of appear to be like them, but then when you make friends, when there is an opportunity for you to tell what you stand for, you can in a polite way do so, or even in videos just little bit suggest what you stand for, because if you do it too openly, your voice is going to be silenced in these times. So I think that's all I wanted to share with you. I'm really enjoying staying in my country. I'm so relieved that finally I feel really good here. I feel like I'm supposed to be here. And this never happened to me before because I always wanted to be in India or traveling. And now this another phase of development occurred, like my personal development. And now I'm kind of at peace staying here. So thankfully, I feel relieved because I no longer need to go anywhere. I can just stay. I don't know if it's going to be always like this, or maybe later I will want to travel again, but now I'm very happy with where I am. And the city is so beautiful. If you follow me on social media, you will see so many pictures of the whole city covered with lights, with Christmas lights, and it's wonderful to walk. And now, because it's so cold, the weather is, although it's cold, the sky is so clear and it's just beautiful to walk. And also, you may know that I'm a night person, but now because I'm going to, after all the medical stuff is done, I'm going to take driving classes. So because of this, I need to start waking up early, to live like all the other people. So I'm now getting into the habit of waking up earlier than I was before. It's very difficult, but I'm actually enjoying that because I see daytime. Because if I wake up very late, I go out and I have like 1 hour of day left and it's already a little bit dark. But would I be able to wake up at around, for example, 8 a.m., I would enjoy the full all the hours of light that are available, which are not a lot now because it's getting dark early. So I think that's all I wanted to address in this video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Take care.